and that kills them by reducing the waterproofness of their feathering. But in some places, it's not even a question of those indirect impacts. It's something even more esoteric, like a change in the climate. Now, this scenario in the Antarctic, what you see here, that's a lot of ice and water, and that's great from most penguins' perspective, because ice is a wonderful habitat under which to grow penguin food. And without going into the whole food web here, there's a lot of marine algae, the phytoplankton, and that gets eaten by krill and small fish, and they in turn get eaten by penguins. So this kind of seascape is great because it means a lot of room for the growth of the food source. But the distribution of ice is not consistent around the continent. So if we just look at the Adelie penguins, all those orange dots on the coastline, each one is a penguin colony. The areas circled in green are growing at the moment. Numbers are increasing. But in the red circle, they are decreasing. And what's happening basically is a change in the food availability as a result of warming temperatures. The Antarctic Peninsula, that area in red, which is where we're headed, is warming much faster than the rest of Antarctica. And that's impacting on Adelie penguin populations there.
Oh.
More dramatically, just last year, a study was published that showed a catastrophic loss of emperor penguins in one corner of the Antarctic. This map is showing you sea ice anomalies from 13 months ago, and the blue areas, the bluer the area you see, the more ice there is compared to the average amount of sea ice. And the redder the areas, that means the less, how much less ice there is compared to the mean. And for the most part, you can see there's one blue zone, but I want to zoom in on the Bellingshausen Sea. They're circled the darkest red on the zone here, because there's a group of emperor penguin colonies nesting down there, and they were affected by the change in the sea ice conditions. Emperor penguins nest on the sea ice, not on land. So they're nesting on a solid bit of ice that's generally protected and connected to the mainland, so it survives the winter and the springtime. And it's a very convenient place to breed because it's close to the waterfront where you get all your food. But of course, it's vulnerable to the loss of ice. And in this part of the Antarctic coast, this is the Antarctic Peninsula landmass that you see here, and where we'll be visiting is kind of off to the top right-hand corner of this photo. Those different names, Rothschild Island, Verde Peninsula, etc., those are the names of emperor penguin colonies. And all of them failed to raise any chicks last year. And the reason for that is that the ice disappeared early, while the chicks were still wearing down coats and therefore not waterproof and therefore unable to survive being immersed in the Southern Ocean. These two photos are of the exact same area. On the left, inside that little circle, you see a dark smudge at the very middle of the circle. That is the penguin colony as seen by satellite photo. And if you look at the icebergs that are casting shadows there, those icebergs are in the exact same positions in the right-hand side photo. The black that you see in the right-hand photo, all of that black area is open water. So over the course of 2 months, this ice has all disappeared. And this is a crucial time for it to disappear because the chicks are not waterproof at that stage of their lives. And so close to 10,000 chicks died as a result of this change in sea ice. Now, these kind of changes, well, they're unprecedented. We haven't seen them before. But as the trend continues with warming down there, we may see this sort of thing happening again. And it's why it's very challenging to take a bird like penguins that are so well adapted to live in harsh environment, to withstand the cold, to make a living in a place that we can't imagine it. When suddenly the conditions turn to look something like this, that's not a good thing for them. It's beautiful for us, Bluebird Day, but not a great place to live if you're counting on things being very cold. Now, the penguins around the world continue to enthrall people. I know many of you are looking forward to doing an excursion in the next few days. We are able to see penguins on excursions in Puerto Madryn, in Punta Arenas, in Ushuaia, in Stanley, and also from the ship itself, as our expedition leader, Dr. Norman Laska, mentioned earlier this morning with the introductions. If you've got binoculars, please bring them with you when you go out on deck. It'll help bring things in closer. But we're already in the zone of penguins. So as we approach the port tomorrow, for example, those of you who spend time out on deck might get a chance to see Magellanic penguins porpoising along in the water. So it's time to get excited about penguins, even if you're one of the 2 or 3 people who did raise your hand and said you hated them. I hope you'll at least appreciate them a little bit more from this presentation. Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Stardust Theatre for Production Showtime. Tonight we take you on a magical Christmas journey through song and dance with our Christmas show, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Happy holidays!
Let's try this out. Yeah, go. Bring it.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay.
Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
But I didn't even get to my solo. Again.
It's okay. I'm sure we'll get to it on the next house, and you're gonna be amazing.
He's just being a Scrooge.
But you know what? Maybe they're right. What's the point?
What's the point? Well, the point is to spread Christmas cheer.
Christmas cheer? What's so cheerful about a man sliding down your chimney, eating all your cookies, and leaving you cold?
You got coal? That's not what Christmas is all about. Stop being such a Grinch.
A Grinch? That's what you always say. Typical. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as a Neil, Mr. Grinch.